Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Decoupaging with Michelle. Super excited for you guys to join me today. I have 3 projects that I'm going to be decoupaging and I thought I would share with you. Excuse me, I got a little bit of a rough voice today. I thought I would just share these with you. These are custom decoupage pictures that are going to be decoupaged, and so not the normal napkins that I would use. So I just thought I would hop on real fast. So the things I have are my Mod Podge. I have my Mod Podge brushes, and these are actually Mod Podge by Plaid. I get my brushes from I believe Michael's or Hobby Lobby. You can also get them from Amazon. I have my sock full of rice. This will keep my jars in place for me. And then I have my jars and the pictures I'm going to be using. I've already rolled my Mod Podge, so I'm good on that. So let's get rolling on here. So I'm going to be making 2 jars for flowers, like vases out of the jars, and then my third one is a tissue holder. Excited about this, so I'll show you these when I make the normal jars that for the vases. I paint them all the way up. I paint the edges and I paint the bottoms. These have 2 coats of the paint that I use, which is, let me show you what I use. I use Rust-Oleum chalk paint in linen white. I like to use linen white because the napkin blends in really well with it, and you can't see the lines. So I have 2 of those, and then the third one is a mason jar as well. But if you notice, I didn't paint all the way up. On this one, I did paint the bottom, but this is going to have a lid. So this is my tissue lid. Now I will paint this. Once I get the design on, I'll kind of look in and see what color I can paint this that accents the picture the best. So you'll see if the finished product I'll post when the video is done. So these are just normal galvanized lids. I drill a hole in them, sand them down, and these work wonderful for the tissue lids. So let's get rolling here. The first one I'm going to do, I have 2 pictures. So I had a custom order from somebody, and she wanted a picture of her dog, and then she wanted a jar with her daughter's dogs, and her daughter couldn't decide what pictures of these 2 she wanted. So I was able to create a collage and put both of them on there. So I'm excited. I think it's going to look really cute. So let me get things lined up here. So this first one is going to be this cute little puppy dog here. Let me get this lined up nicely. Alrighty. And just going to make sure. Now this is a custom print. I print these out. This is just printed on normal tissue paper, like the gift tissue paper. And so it's real thin. And then I have a color laser printer that I'm able to print on. And it's really nice because it allows me to do anything custom. So that's a lot of fun. Kind of definitely leaves the door wide open for opportunities to do more projects. So we have this little puppy dog. I want to make sure that it is center and it's straight, and I think I'll hold up here. I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to hold it in place once I like the placement of it. Get my brush and get my Mod Podge. Remember when we put our Mod Podge on, so I have about that much Mod Podge, not a lot. You want to put it on the jar. Actually, move it. And you only make it tacky. There should be no, you should be able to see it, no gloops or lines, just nice and thin and tacky. And what that does is just let you adhere the picture to the jar, and then I have a little bit of Mod Podge left in my brush, and that is what I will use. A little bit of a line here I want to get out. A little bit of the Mod Podge that's left on there will allow me to work on this. So I'll flip this and I'll repeat the same process. Again, put my Mod Podge. I'm going to go all the way here to the end of where the picture's at. And make this tacky. Lay this over. And I'm just going to really put that picture on there. And I'm actually using quite a bit of pressure I wouldn't do that with a tissue, a normal tissue napkin that we would use. But this paper is a lot more sturdy. So I only want to make sure I apply pressure. So once that's on, I'm going to get my saran wrap here. And there's a couple wrinkles. One of the hard things about doing this perfectly square picture like this is that there tends to be 1 or 2 lines on it. But I can usually rub those out pretty good. There we go. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Super cute. There's a line there. And then whenever you see where there's a line, or for this, because this is a little bit thicker than the tissue, especially when you're over the emblem from the glass, you might have to just rub a little bit harder, but I think that looks really so cute. So there's kind of the finished product of that, if you can see that. Turned out really, really cute. So let's do this second one, which has these 2 little darling puppies on it. And I chose this jar for this because I think I like to have the picture underneath the emblem from the glass and not hang out. And so this one I think worked really well. Oh my gosh, these little dogs are so cute. I don't know what their names are, but they are so stinking cute. These always make the best gifts for people. I've had a couple of custom orders in the last couple of weeks where people have sent me pictures of grandkids. And for Mother's Day, they are giving Grandma a bouquet of flowers in a jar that has a picture of all the grandkids on it. So, you know, again, when you're able to print, you can do all this custom stuff. It's really, really nice. I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to hold these in place where I like it, flip it over, grab my brush, put a little bit of Mod Podge on here, and put it on just so it's tacky. I think I need to get new brushes. One of the things about these Mod Podge brushes, and I use them a lot, is that no matter how well you clean them, they start to cake up after a while. And so I think I need to get new ones. Oh, that is stinking cute. Make sure those edges are on there. I'm going to flip this over and do the same thing. I've had this rough throat. I had my sinus and allergies, but I had pneumonia a couple months ago, and I don't think I've ever quite fully recovered. Like, I feel fine, but my lungs and particularly my throat, I'm still got that weird cough, and it's really like weird, roughy voice. Sounds like I'm a smoker. I'm not a smoker, but it does sound like I am. So I'm hoping that once spring really truly has sprung, that some of this will go away. So, been to the doctor and they say nothing's wrong, so I guess nothing's wrong, right? Alright, so I'm just going to apply some pressure on this, and oh my goodness, you guys, look so cute. Okay, again, I'm going to get my plastic wrap, and I'm going to put this over this and rub any lines that I might see. And I know they have one up here in the corner that I want to rub out. I'm going to go over that emblem really good. There we are, cutie patooties. Ah, look. So again, I'll let this dry, excuse me, for the next 24 hours. Once that dries, I'll put my seal on there. I'm gonna take a drink of water there. I'm gonna put my sealant on there, and it just, sorry about that. My for whatever reason my video cut out. I'm not sure when it stopped. So hopefully there was some semblance of what I was talking about with this. Just to recap, these little pieces over here are of a picture, or a picture that someone found online that they really liked. They wanted a custom jar with it. This is going to go all the way around. So I have the cardinal, which is the main picture, and then I have a cardinal I'm going to put on the back as well. Another cardinal in here. And these little pictures, I'm just going to kind of space around the whole jar and just make it look really, really awesome. So I'm going to put this cardinal over here. I think that's a good place for it. So I love doing custom stuff. It's always nice to be able to do that, and especially now that I can, you know, I can print my own pictures, or any design that someone sends me. It makes it really easy. Jars are really hard. You know, I do craft shows with the jars, and I've cut down quite a bit this year. And when I do go, I don't take very much stuff. The jars are very heavy to lug around. I made the you know, the big plastic crates with the lid. I use those and I created like separators, and they just kind of slide in there. But they're still really heavy. So I like doing custom stuff because I can just, you know, make it. Because, you know, a lot of this is my self-care. I enjoy doing it, but then I don't have to carry it around with me. So I kind of like that. So I'm just going to start piecing these around here, random places. Now these are little pieces. I'm not, on some of these you're going to notice I'm probably not going to put a lot of stuff underneath of it. Actually, I might. And then as I go around, I'm going to get my plastic wrap. Make sure there's no wrinkles or imperfections in these. And there's no rhyme or reason to this design. The picture, just with these were like random, sticking up here and there. So I figure, well, we'll just kind of make the picture like that too. I think I'll do a blue one here. Just kind of fill some spaces in, I think. Yeah, the picture of this was really interesting. Kind of had the cardinal in the middle, but then these flower things are just kind of spreading all over. So it just wasn't enough to go all the way around the whole jar. So I thought I would just deconstruct the picture that I printed on the tissue paper and just kind of construct my own, utilizing all the space going around. So it should work pretty good. So this is going to be oops, I dropped a piece of tissue in there. I want to get that off. Okay. Maybe put some yellow over here. And I thought that's what I'd just do, is I would just like randomly, like these long skinny things, just fit them in there. And use it as a space filler. So that side looks pretty good. Okay, what do you guys think so far? I'm not sure what that is. Sometimes, one of the things I don't like about this tissue paper, the gift tissue paper that I use to print these on, is there can be imperfections in it when you print it, in the paper itself. So after we rub this out a little bit more, I don't like how that's sitting. It's probably nothing anyone will ever notice. I think the downfall when you make these things is you're kind of right over it and you can see any of the imperfections. So I always liked it to be as nice as possible. So I think I'm going to put this red one. I think I'm going to put this red one here. Sometimes we got to trim them a little bit here too. But I think that will look nicely there. Again, just want to fill stuff in. And fill stuff in on the jar. And sometimes you just have to play around with it a little bit. I think I like that. It is a pretty arduous. Whenever I deconstruct these, it is a very, very slow process putting it back together. It's a lot easier when it's one piece and you just wrap it around and you're good to go. But that's what makes these really cool and kind of custom. One of the things in the original how it was laid out is none of them, all these berries and leaves, they were going in all kinds of random directions. It was very weird. So I was trying to kind of think of a way to really make them look more like directional and like kind of even more cohesive. I don't know if that's even makes sense. But I think that's the bonus of doing this. And I think I'm going to put this again, I want to keep directional stuff. I think I like the berry around there. Kind of has a little bit of an acorn on it too, so I think it looks kind of cool there. So I'm just still deciding what color I want to paint the tissue lid. I think red would be too much. I was thinking black only because it's a shiny black. One was I thought would really accent the cardinal, the black and the cardinal. But I think, I don't know. I'm trying to think as I'm doing this, what color would really look really cool. This even has like a star of anise in it. And that was a kind of cute little design on there too. So, and this is the advantage. So I talked about using the linen white chalk paint. And this is exactly why I use it. If you notice, when you brush this on, you can't see where the paint ends and the napkin begins. And that is the benefit of using that particular chalk paint, that linen white. The napkins just blend into it really, really nicely. I've used other colors of chalk paint. I did use yellow one time. I did a bicycle with some yellow on it. And so I needed something a little different. So I did that. But I think I've done a lavender color. But they're very specific napkins and designs. So I think, just in general, I just use this white the majority of the time. 99.9% of the time I use this white. I'm just kind of funny about being able to see lines, and that's why in my pictures, unlike all these, if you notice, like none of these have straight edges. They all have. Oh my gosh, sorry guys. My phone went dead and I didn't notice it again. So I just want to wrap this up and just kind of show you what I did. I was able to finish that one jar I've been working on. If you notice, I have the cardinal in the middle, and then I have all these great designs to fill it in. Cardinal on the other side and more designs. So I will figure out what color lid to put on that. And I'll post the finished project once I'm done at the end of this video. Just to recap, also did a custom flower jar with these cute little puppies. And this is done on regular just old tissue paper that you wrap gifts in. And then this one as well. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you were able to learn something or enjoy it. And remember, if you like what you see, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I appreciate that so much.